Trish, what does it feel like to return to the Hunger Games, especially with this new movie, which is set before Katniss' story?
I mean, to quote Effie Trinket, "Chins up, smiles on." It was nice to work with Francis again on something, and he's done. He did four of them, so so it was nice to return to that. It was interesting to have a whole new concept of what the world looked like. It's so different than Catching Fire, the one project I did with them. So yeah, and it was interesting to have, we do have some of the character names from the previous films, but since it's 64, 65 years in the past, it's all new actors. So everybody that we had on this was like the first time. So it was kind of like starting fresh and making a whole new project, because it is so different from the other films because of the time frame, that I'm really interested to see how the fans react, because it is giving them a fresh new look at the world before the first Hunger Games and what they knew of the Hunger Games.
And when it comes to the costuming and with the color palette and the costume, what was that to develop a new fresh style that we haven't seen before?
So since we have the big difference in the time, in the many, it's like 6 decades different, we were able to position our world into looking like post-war 1940s, 1950s. So that already lends us a whole new silhouette to work with. So we're in a world that's not so externally flashy and exuberant and extremely fashion forward. And so this world is very kind of contained. Our color palette is very contained. We don't have a lot of the makeup and the big hair. It is leaning very to classic American 40s and fashion style in the capital. And then keeping that very kind of solid, very conservative, very constricted. And then this time around with the district, which we've seen before, is very down and very sad, since they haven't seen that much war and they haven't had to live through all the war like in the later films. They are more colorful and vibrant and have a lot of texture and patterns, and have they celebrate and they sing and they dance and they commune together. So that was a nice difference to have, of seeing all the joy and the lightness in the district and having the capital be more restricted in their kind of style of clothing and dress.
Yeah, because after seeing the trailer, it felt more ground to earth, more real to what you see in real life than what we've seen in the past. Very exuberant, very over the top. Was that purposeful for the film, for this upcoming film?
Definitely, you take a lot of that from the book, and so that gets translated to the script, so that when I get the script and then talking to the director, it is making these, definite and defined choices of how we're going to tell this story and what the world should look like. So it was very much a definite choice to have it be much more contained, much more real to, what we can relate to, because of the time difference in it. So it would be like taking us and shooting us 65 years into the future, so it was something that could be much more relatable.
And from what we saw at CinemaCon and what we've seen ever since, and now that we're a month away, how excited are you that to have the fans be able to not only see the work that you've done, but what everybody has done on this film?
Really excited. I do get some messages from fans now, and I like to look at some of the fan art. I've seen just a little bit of what they can take from the trailers, and it is always interesting to see, how they identify which characters they identify with and why. So yeah, it's really exciting that we have less than a month for it to come out. So I am excited.
Awesome. Trish, thank you so much for stopping with us. We really appreciate it. We're looking forward to seeing Hunger Games next month, and we cannot wait.
Yeah, thank you, Michael, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you so
You
much.
too.